Welcome to Brilliantly British. My name is Lawrence and today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of Queen Victoria's favourite dishes. I'm of course talking about a quail and potato curry. So as I show you how to make this royal dish, sit back, relax please with a cup of tea in hand, putting your feet up to, and enjoy this episode. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Her Royal Highness Queen Victoria, or as she was once known, the Empress of India, was rather fond of Anglo-Indian dishes that her chefs devised during her reign. This happens to be one of her favourites, namely quail and potato curry, a dish with Indian roots revised to suit the Victorian British palate. In this episode, for a taste of history, we'll be reviving this royal dish with results that speak for themselves. So, without much further ado, allow me to introduce the ingredients to you. For today's Brilliantly British quail and potato curry, you will need some curry powder, chili powder, butter, white wine, potatoes, carrots, garlic, celery, ginger, onions, a Bramley cooking apple or any other sour variety of apple, some fresh tomatoes, the star of this dish, quail, followed by some salt and some pepper to avoid the occurrence of a bland food. That's it for the making of today's quail and potato curry. But before we get started, please, before you do anything at all, switch on your kettle, brew yourself a nice cup of hot tea, so that you can sip on that whilst you cook. To begin making Queen Victoria's favourite curry, first prize out both quail breasts, scoring along the sternum, slicing close to the bone in order to remove as much of the breast meat as possible, followed by the removal of the legs. To learn how to carry this out in detail, follow the chicken stock episode link above. Needless to say, the result should be 8 quail breasts and 8 quail legs. Moving on, roughly chop the quail carcasses, placing the chopped pieces in an adequately sized saucepan, followed by a period of cleaning, before beginning to fry the bones in a pan of oil over a medium-high heat until dark brown in colour and nutty in aroma, at which point you'll want to begin slowly adding white wine to deglaze your pan and dissolve all of the marvellous caramelized elements. Once your pan has been deglazed and with the liquid reduced by half, discard the bones before passing the stock through a sieve, yielding this creamy, fragrant jug of liquid gold ready for later on. Moving on, into a pan over a medium-high heat, toss in a knob of butter, sliced onions, and a pinch or two of salt with a dash of white wine before cooking under a lid until relatively soft and translucent, and thereafter transferring to a bowl. You'll then want to begin sautéing carrots and celery, also with a knob of butter, and you guessed it, also with a dash of wine, under a lid until tender with little liquid left in the pan, before turning in roughly half of your sautéed onions, followed by minced garlic and ginger, and another dash of wine if the pan is looking a little dry. You'll also want to add curry powder and chili powder before stir frying the spices for roughly 2 to 3 minutes before adding in coarsely chopped tomatoes, initially leaving them to steam under a lid, which you'll then want to crush and cook until fully disintegrated. Once the tomatoes have broken down, turn in pre-cooked potatoes, which should also be crushed and disintegrated before laying in the quail legs, followed by the pouring in of your liquid gold stock. Turning the heat down thereafter to a medium-low level, enabling the contents to simmer gently. After allowing the contents to simmer gently, tenderizing the quail legs in the process, remove the legs, before blending to a smooth, rich sauce, then adding the remaining sautéed onions, followed by the quail leg meat, which you'll want to stir in before laying in your quail breast fillets, to cook slowly under a lid. Once the breast meat is cooked, finish by stirring in a grated apple before serving with rice and a sprinkling of coriander. And so, with a bowl of Queen Victoria's favourite curry made and your appetite peaking, I think it's high time for tasting, tasting, tasting. All right, 3, 2, 1. Right, this curry is very distinct. Even though it is curry powder based, it is very distinct, primarily because it's centered around quail and because of the use of white wine, which just elevates it, gives it lovely aromatic notes. It's creamy, it's thick because it's been thickened with potatoes and the quail. Let me actually do the quail justice and give it a decent try. The meat is delicate, it's moist, it's delicious. I would almost describe it as an elevated chicken. It's fantastic, and it gives this sauce, this dish, a wonderful, wonderful, subtle flavor. So look, with all that being said, when time allows, when you get the chance, take the time because it's definitely worth it. Make this dish for your friends, family, loved ones. Please, please, please make this dish. Thank you all for allowing me to show you how to make a delicious quail and potato curry. Knowing that you loved this episode, please don't forget to click on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button so that you don't miss any of our new releases. Tell everyone you know, and I mean everyone that you know, about the Brilliantly British food on this channel, and follow us on all of the social media platforms that this channel is on, and I will see you next time.